of maker marking and spreading. First of all, we have to see the marker marking and the different types of definitions on spreading. After that, we will go to the long essay type questions. First of all, we have to discuss about the methods of spreading. In these methods of spreading, there are two types of methods of spreading. One is manual spreading and machine spreading. Manual spreading. In this method, fabric is drawn from roll which is supported on a frame. Then it is rolled out along the table where one end is secured by weights or clamp. After it is rolled out for a prescribed lay length, it is turned back or cut at that point. Then the operator work back from the end, aligning the edges and ensuring that there is no tension and wrinkles. Typical fabrics which must be spread by hand are checks, crosswise strips and other irregularity of the fabric. So manual spreading is nothing but one by one we are laying and back to back cut at the point, aligning edges. Wrinkles, tensions are very non-comfort for the marker making or cutting. Machine spreading. Spreading machines carry the piece of fabric from end to end of the spread, dispensing one ply at a time onto the spread. The basic element consists of a carriage and wheels traveling in guides rails. At the edge of the table, a fabric support and guide rollers are provided to aid correct unrolling of the fabric. Spreading machines may include a motor to drive the carriage, a platform on which the operator moves, a ply cutting device with automatic catcher to hold the ends of the ply in a place, a ply counter can alignment shifter actuated by photoelectric edge guided a turnable a direct drive on the fabric support. So in the machine spreading means the machine spreading carries the piece of fabric from end to end. So it will be dispensed from time to spread. The basic elements are carriage wheels are traveling in a guide rollers. At the edge of the table, the fabric supports. The guide rollers are unrolling the fabric spreads according to the cam positions of the wheels. The drive motors are unwound from the machines. The automatic catcher will be follow the photoelectric edges guides to drive the fabric support of the spreading wheel, and it is synchronized with the spread of travel to reduce or eliminate tension in the fabric being spread. This machine is an important tool in cutting room because it affects the efficient use of both manpower and material. The maximum fabric width which can be handled is normally 2 meters, although extra wide machines capable of handling up to 3 meters are available. The maximum weight of the cloth roll that can be carried by the larger spreading machines is 120 kgs. The maximum spreading speed is around 100 meters per minute, and the maximum height of the spread cloth is 28 centimeters. Quality factors in spreading. A vertical straight edge must be maintained. The two ends of the finished spread must be kept vertical and the maintained finished spread length. This is done by marking the table at which the end of the spread 4 marks, and by cutting off each ply exactly to these marks. The length of the spread will be length of the marker plus a small allowance called lay end allowance, and usually 1 inch, depends on the fabric. All spreads should be made without either tension or slack. A tight spread is one of which piles have been stretched during the spreading process. Whilst unrolling or transporting the piles from the opposite side end, the cloth has been subjected to tension, and the piles are actually laid on the spread in a uh, and the spreads in a table of the cloth. So quality factors in spreading means vertical edge will be maintained, and two ends of finishing spreading must be vertical maintained, and length of the spreads of 1 inch and length allowed is allowances, and tension without can be maintained, and either cloth will be subjected during piles and tensions, and such a spread will be contract either before final ply is made or whilst waiting to be cut after spreading is completed. Okay, this will result in contraction of the cut components, as the contraction is likely to continue even after cutting. A tight spread can be detected during spreading by inspecting the ends, where it will be noticed at the spread of becoming shorter than the table's marks. The ply end will tends to sink towards the center of the fabric. It means that the contraction will not be reduced while the spreading is completed with two contraction of cut components detecting of during spreading inspecting ends. Okay, common problems in spreading. A slack spread possesses excessive length within the end of the spread. It appears as billows and ridges on the surface of the spread. Cut components for a slack spread will be observed. Excess length can be measured by gently stroking the billows towards one end and on both ends of the spread. It will be found that some of the plies will have to be cut off in order to keep the ends vertical. Thus, a slack spreads depending upon the slack spreads excessive length. Tight selvage. A tight selvage will below in the center of spread, that is in the center of the cloth width, the tight end will be flat. To remedy the tight selvage must be notched at frequent intervals, or if necessarily cut off completely. Bowing. Bowing is the angular distortion of the weft yarns which creates stress in the fabric and variations in slackness and tightness in the spread. Such variations to produce cut components which are both undersized and oversized. Tight selvages and bowing often go together. Pieces with these defects should be rejected or inspection. So tight selvages will be below center of the spreads, and the center of the cloth will be tightened at the flat. To remedy selvages, notch frequent intervals, necessary cut off. Bowing is the angular distortion of the weft yarns. It creates the stress of the fabrics, variations in slackness and tightness of the fabrics. So it will be the understanding of chemical processing and tight, undersized or oversized. Tight should be, it will be selvages bowing effect. It will be projected at the inspections only. The differences between straight and step lay fabrics. Step lay and straight lay. In straight lay, each ply is spread according to the marker length, and in step lay, the ply fabric is not spread according to the marker length. In straight lay, mostly used marker length, and it is step lay is rarely used. In straight lay, the fabric wastage is very less in straight lay, and in step lay the fabric wastage is very high. The fabric spread is very simple, and the fabric spread is very difficult. One marker is used in straight lay, and different types of markers are used in stepped way. Okay, and features of automatic programmable spreading machine. What are the different types of features of automatical programmable spreading machines means? First one, electronic control systems allows easy spreading of difficult fabrics, possibility to adjust and control forward and backward spreading speed. Edge control systems actively working at different spreading speeds, and automatic stoppage of machines in emergency situations by means of safety sensors. Spreading of different length of fabric, possibility to store spreading parameters for 50 different types of fabrics. So these are the different types of features. One is the electronic control systems will be used, and control forward and backward will be speed systems will be helped, and edge control systems are also different systems in speeds. Automatic stopwages are there, work stop motions, warp stops or web stop, and that weaving also this spreading also automatic stoppage machines are also there, and 50 different types of fabric lengths are also produced, and different types of fabric spreadings, and there are two different types of fabric spreadings. One is flat spreads and another is stepped spreads. Flat spreads, all piles are in the same length. Stepped spreads, this is the same suggests is built up in steps with all piles in one step having the same length. A stepped spread is generally used when the quantities to be cut precludes the use of flat spread. The cut order plan details the color and ply lengths for a stepped spread if it is needed. So these are the different types of fabric spreads, features and different statelets, common rolling spreading, quality factors, and methods of spreading. So this is about the today topics covered. Thank you.